Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? My name is Dalton, and this is my YouTube channel, Dalton My World. And I got a rap to y'all today. Give me 1 second. All right, we got to rap. We got to talk, people. You know, there's some shit going on, and this is for adults only. So if you're a kid under 18, you already know you're not supposed to be on my side. Okay, but we got some stuff going on that I'm sorry. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think it's bullshit. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the jobs. People are out there talking about there's tons of jobs nobody wants to work. Americans don't want to work. That's the biggest hunk of bullshit in the world, people. And if you are a person looking for a job and you can't find one and you're having a hard time, or you feel like you're getting run around, you've been putting out applications, even going on interviews but not getting a job, don't take it personal. It ain't you. It's part of the game that's going on right now. See, it is illogical that you have so many people without a job, but you have more jobs than the amount of people that are without a job, but none of them taking them. Look, it ain't that they're not taking them, it's just that they're not hiring, period. Okay? They're going, imagine you going over someone's or you're in someone's house and they set a plate for you. They even put food on the plate that everybody else is going to eat. And then they say it's time to come to dinner and everybody has to go and wash their hands. You go wash your hands and then you get ready to walk up to the table. Everybody else is sitting at the table. They're ready to dive in. But you look down and there's a yellow line. And that yellow line has your name on it. So you cannot cross that yellow line. So you're not allowed to actually get to that table. Okay? Regardless if the food's piping hot, the place on the table is all there for you. You are not allowed to go to that table. See, it's just for looks. See, you're not allowed to cross that yellow line. Okay? It's looks. Why would they say that there's all these jobs and Americans are not taking them? Okay, it's bullshit. And they're saying, "Oh, you getting these jobs at $16 an hour and all this other stuff." Look, all the stuff is set up, and of course, this is my opinion. All the stuff is set up to make the Democrats look good. We are in a recession, so therefore, it's trying to make whoever is in power look good. Look at all the jobs we created, and I guarantee you, if you listen to what they're going to say when they go on campaign, this is going to be part of it. Look at all the jobs we've created. Look, almost everybody's getting $16 an hour. You know, we promise you we're going to do our best to try to raise up all this and all that. You know, that's part of the job, man. But they not trying to hire. Okay, logically, and of course, this is my opinion. Logically, it's all part of the game. The only jobs that you're going to be getting hired on right now, okay, if I guarantee you, if it says contract, the contract job for 6 months, a contract job for 12 months, okay, or a seasonal holiday job, those you can get, okay. The rest is bullshit, okay. They're not hiring. They're going through the motions. They try to have as many jobs at the highest pay that we've seen in a long time to make the Democrats look good. Okay? They want you so bad. Okay? If they want you so bad, why are these big companies, including tech companies, but not just tech, knocking down the walls of the government, banging on them, begging for more work visas before even looking at your application. Right now, yeah. So that they can hire people from other countries to fill those positions. Okay? And they want you to get a job so bad that they're doing everything in their power to bring over as many illegal aliens of all types as possible and working on eliminating a bill called Title 42 that will open the floodgates of Mexico and border states, okay, for immigrants just to flood in and not get in trouble. And they're working as we speak to get those legal immigrants temporary numbers so that they can work jobs in America. That's how bad they want you as an American to be hired. They don't want you. Okay? I'll give you an example. I have a friend of mine. She had a job. She loved it. They told her, we're going to give you $16 an hour. They gave her $16 an hour. They sliced her hours in half. They sliced her hours where she had to get a second job to make me an ends meet when that one job at the pay that she was getting was more than enough. But on the books, it looks like that company was giving everybody $16 an hour, which they weren't. But the details is what they hide from you, how they slicing those hours. There was one job recently, I even looked at this, and I think it was called Kelly Services. And it was a working home job. And I'm looking at this thing, and they were like, well, we're going to give you $16.50 an hour. We want you to fill out an application, blah, 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 $16.50 an hour. Then in fine print, I lie to you not, people. In fine print, it said, now when you get the job, you must help 5 customers at a time, all at once. So they're going to be emailing you, texting you, calling you, 5 different customers, and they're going to watch you try to work and have 5 different customers at one time for 8 hours. Of course, you get a break, lunch. Yeah. And then the game is also that if you get a job like that, they tap on, because Apple does this all the time. They'll tap on different things. Well, you got hired just to do tier 1 tech support where you're helping a person fix their phone. Then you have to take this class, one of their classes, and then you're helping somebody fix their phone and their watch, Apple Watch. Then, and you may or may not get a 25-cent raise for doing that. Okay? Because this is part of the game. Then you get another 2 more months. You help them with Apple Watches. You help them with the Apple phones. Then you help them with the iPad. So now you got the iPad, the watches, the phone. Okay? And that's not enough. Okay? That's not enough. Then they're going to get you and record and see if you're doing the unquote, the passive aggressive suggested selling. Because if you ain't doing that, you know. So then when you're comfortable and you know you're working your butt off for this $60 an hour, helping 5 people at a time. I'm not lying to you people. Then they want to take you to a class so you can help people with their MacBooks, iPhones, iWatches, oh, and iPads. Yeah. So that $16, that $16.50 goes looks like more like $7.25 an hour after you had tap on. Okay. So that's part of the game. And what they don't want you to do, they don't want you to say, fuck it. Come with Will, come with Matt. I'll make ends meet. They don't want that. Because that hurts the game. Okay? And right now, for them, looks are everything. It's kind of like they want to make sure that the Democrats look good or whoever's in power. It happens with Republicans too. But they really going overboard right now. Because they know we're in a recession, so they got to make it look like there's more jobs at higher pay, but people just not taking them. So I don't want y'all to think that it's your fault. It's not. Okay? You just got caught up in the game. Okay? Give you an example. Everything I've been telling you is true. Give you an example. I had a friend of mine. He had a job interview. Part-time job, man. He wanted that, right? I'm not going to say his name. Anyway, he was excited. He couldn't sleep the next night. Woke up, made sure he was right there for that job interview, right? This is part of the game. So he logged on, got ready for that job interview. No one ever showed up. So then he gets an email way after his job interview time is gone that their system is messing up. So can they please come back to the next day to do the job interview? He goes back the next day to do the job interview, and he's a professional, so he's 30 minutes early. He gets sent an email with the link to reschedule the following week. So even though he did everything to make sure he's there, because the person said they wanted him there, right? They sent him an email 30 minutes early. So my friend, I'm talking to my friend, I'm like, okay, well, third time's a charm, right? So he schedules it, and it was for this week, matter of fact. It was for Monday, because I talked to him. I was rapping to him. He was upset. And he logged in, ready, had his notes, ready to go. Had his suit, tie on, even he was dressed to the max, right? No one showed up. And he haven't heard hire. That's what I'm saying. It's a game. It's a game. They don't want to hire. They already got in mind who they really want to hire. Okay? They're begging the government for green cards and visas. Okay? And then their job is to make it look like it's your fault as Americans. Oh, you didn't try hard enough, or you just didn't want the job. So we got to do it now. They wanted to do it that way from the get-go. This way, politically, they can have their cake and eat it too. Make the president look good. Make those in power look good, saying, well, we give them the highest rates per hour of pay, okay, while having abundance of jobs. But it's your fault because you, as American, just won't take them. But I did my part. But on the flip side, they're getting all these beautiful green cards and visas handed out so they can hire the people who they really want to hire. And if you don't think that's enough craziness going on, you're going to hear in the coming days about a bill going to the Supreme Court against the United States government. You know what the government did? If you don't know this, I'm going to let you know. The government has been lately, every week or every 2 weeks, having meeting with the tech companies in the United States. And it's gotten so bad that it's almost weekly, telling them what they can and cannot do and suggesting that to them how they want them, what groups they want them to promote, at what times. You know, too much gay stuff, tone it down. Too much black stuff, tone it down. Too much white stuff, tone it down. Too much Latin stuff, tone it down. Yep. Too much Republican stuff, tone that down. Okay? Too much, Democrat stuff, tone it down. That's pretty bad, man. If you have not seen the movie 1984, I would suggest you all go and check out that movie or read the book. And I'm not talking about Van Halen. I'm talking about a real movie. Okay? This is stuff that's happening right now. The censorship of American voice. This is happening right now. And you'll hear about it because it's going to the Supreme Court. Stop trying to stop the government from abusing its power and forcing tech companies to do things that is technically illegal, and forcing tech companies to alter your freedom of speech. And then lately, if you have not noticed it, if you're a creator and you say the wrong thing, they're popping on you. It's not just because they want to. There's these weekly meetings and the government is forcing them to. How ironic that all of a sudden white media rises up one week, black media rises up the other week. We don't even eat like that. We like a variety of food. It's like all week long we're just gonna have chicken. We got $1 million in the bank, but we can have nothing but chicken all week. Are you serious? All right. And the last but not least is a situation happened recently. I mean, a little while back. And a woman, she was so happy to get a work from home job in customer service. Okay. And she got on social media, I think it was TikTok or Facebook, and was saying how she's happy to have it. And she ended up quitting the job in 3 days. And people were ridiculing her. She was crying. She said people were just so harsh. Okay, let me tell you something. First of all, I don't care how they try to butter it up. Work from home is not for everybody. So if it's not for you, don't feel bad. It's not for everybody. And the hardest work from home jobs you will ever get is customer service. Okay? They have the highest turnover. There's a reason for that. So you made it 3 days. I know people didn't make it 1 day. And for some reason, people think that, people can't get rude with you or just totally inhuman acting with you when you're working from home, like if you're working on site. Now it's reverse. When you're working on site, they're more worried about who's watching and if their boss is going to get them and fire them for stepping out of line. But you work from home, oh no, no. They're going to talk to you, especially military. Oh my God. I remember a long time ago, I was doing tech support and I got offers of a major job at that time, doing a lot of money. They told me I would have to do customer service mainly with military. I was, hell no. Hell no. Not saying nothing about military. Everybody was like, oh, this will just, yeah, they have to be when when they stand up front. But when the doors closed, man, it was some of the rudest son of a bitches you ever met in your life. You wish the hell you never picked up the phone. Talk to them. So don't, to the person, if you're watching this video, don't be upset with rude things people said about you. Customer service, work from home. There are some good work from home jobs, but customer service is the hardest. Okay. Number two is being a mediator. Okay. If you are doing a mediator for media, especially if it's something that, and that's a hard job. That's the highest, it's a really good paying job, but it's the highest burnout job because you get to see the ugliness of our human nature, almost like a police officer. Okay? The ugliness of our human nature more than the average person ever really should and want to deal with. Especially when they start sending in horrible pictures, abuse of kids, animals, and stuff such as that, threats. 6 months at a job doing that is actually pretty good. So if you hit your 6 month mark and you gotta go, do not take it personal. Okay? You're only human. All right. But anyway, I wanted to get that off my chest and rap to y'all about that and tell you, hey, don't get caught up in the game. Okay? Don't think that you're doing something wrong. You're not doing something wrong. There's a game being played. Okay? Stakes are high this election year. There's games being played that behind the scenes that you as Americans don't even know about. All right? But at the end of the day, figure out the facts for yourself. Just do the math. And you'll see this shit don't make no sense. All right? I'll rap to y'all later. And I'll see you tomorrow when I drop my weekly video. Peace.